it's funny because I eat all the time. I just eat differently. So there are the words breatharianism in the world, which I don't like. It's not my word. It came in 1970 with Wiley Brooks. And when I met and spent time with him in the 1990s, I said, "Where did the word come from?" And he said, it was what he was given in his meditation, and it means breather of God. But I call this pranic nourishment. But the word prana is an Indian word that the Chinese might call the formlessness, or the Christians might call God, the God particle. And I like the word nourishment in it, so I call it source feeding. But there's a lot of misinformation. I'm interested in a free energy that we all carry within, that when it gets strong enough and pure enough and powerful enough, it can not just eliminate physical hunger, but it takes away all our emotional hunger and mental hunger and spiritual or etheric hunger as well. So my journey has never been about the physical aspect, but everybody is focused on it because that's what happened to me. You know, I went from 20 years before, or a few years before, where I was eating very lightly because it felt good. Like I was raw food. I was most of the time vegan. I would eat a little bit each day naturally. And I'd been doing that since I was like 12 years old. I wasn't anorexic. I was just had a deal with my mum that I could feed myself in a way that felt right for me. And she could only interfere if I got sick, which I didn't. And I got great mental clarity, and I was better at sports, and I was stronger on a light diet. So by the time I moved into this at about 38, I'd already had a long history of using physical food as fuel. I only ever saw, I was not somebody who was big in the pleasure. I just saw it as fuel. And if I had this fuel, top class petrol for this motor car, then it performed different to junk food in the motor car, you know, cheap oil or cheap gas. So I was already playing, and I'd been playing with physical food for a long time as fuel. I'd already added yoga, and I realized that yoga opened up all the energy channels, and I felt much better again. And I'd been playing with meditation, and I'd come into a deep heart of gratitude with my brother dying, of realizing I had to just treat everyone in my life as if I'd never see them again, and be really loving and kind. And all of that had put me in this frequency field that when, in 1993, when I was given this opportunity to do a little spiritual initiation, as many on the spiritual path go through, a byproduct was it took away my physical hunger. It was a shock for me. I wasn't looking for it. I was never like, I'm going to do this. It was a byproduct. And then I wrote my book about it that went into so many languages, and it just went crazy. And along the way, a lot of misinformation. So for me, while I'm known as the grandmother of Western Breatharian, you know, our work really is about, can we work with a free energy resource we all can tap into to eliminate physical, emotional, mental, and even etheric spiritual hunger and get healthy permanently, so we don't get sick anymore, and we can enjoy life, and we live in harmony together. So we're really, really healthy physically, emotionally, mentally, and also through spiritually. And everyone must find their own path, especially regarding spiritual traditions. I was brought up with a family that says never talk about politics or religion. They're personal choices of people, and they are personal choices. But you know, along the way, people go, "Oh, have you heard about those people who don't eat?" And it's like, actually, I eat 24/7. 24 hours a day, because this energy is washing through me. I am just become aware of the magnificence of this human design and what we are really capable of. And that's what our work is in our education paradigms with the Embassy of Peace. Just to educate people and say, look, we have this free energy resource, and how we spend our time determines its power and its potency. And if you really want to be free from every hunger and really walk in this world in harmony with the land, in harmony with each other, with a heart filled with gratitude, with great relationships, you know, all of that. If that's what interests you, then maybe our research might have something to share.